for winning numbers next during Eyewitness News.
This is Eyewitness News, the news leader, with Lori Stokes and Ken Rosado and Bill Evans with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News at noon.
A steam explosion rocks a New Jersey warehouse, killing one worker and injuring several others. But first, after 7 months, police make an arrest in the disappearance of a John Jay College student, Stepha Henry. Good afternoon. I'm Lisa Calagrassi in for Lori Stokes.
And I'm Ken Rosado. Welcome to Eyewitness News at noon. Well, this morning, police arrested a 32-year-old suspect in the murder after forensic tests linked him to the victim. Stepha Henry disappeared after leaving a suburban Miami nightclub with an acquaintance. Her murder has been unsolved until now. Eyewitness News reporter Kimberly Richardson is live in the New Lot section of Brooklyn with all the details for us. Kim?
Well, Ken, news of the arrest spread quickly through this neighborhood where Stepha lived with her family. Many here helped hand out these flyers which had Stepha's picture on it and her information. The arrest unfolded at 8 o'clock this morning here in Brooklyn.
Stepha's mother at a New Jersey warehouse. One worker was killed and 9 others hurt at the metal casting plant in Carlstadt. Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Johnson is there now with details. Anthony.
Well, Lisa, we understand that they were doing some routine maintenance when this malfunction occurred. It appears that the door of a vat exploded just like a bomb, killing the maintenance supervisor right on the scene.
They said they felt a concussion in the back of our building, like a truck had run into our building, and they heard a huge explosion. And we immediately called 911.
Emergency crews rushed to the scene, assisting the victims of the explosion.
Story we're following from downtown Brooklyn. Newscopter 7 was over the scene. A worker is now being treated after falling 20 feet into a large pit at a construction site. It happened at the intersection of DeKalb Avenue and Rockwell Place just before 11:15. Emergency workers used a pulley to lift the man out of the construction pit. The site is a future 26-story apartment building. No word on the extent of the workers' injuries.
Construction of the new Trump building in Soho has been suspended. The city has issued a stop work order for the project following the death of a construction worker there yesterday. Eyewitness News reporter NJ Burkett is live in Soho with the very latest for us. NJ.
And Ken, construction workers call it a blowout when uncured cement blasts out of the wooden molds that are supposed to hold it all in place. That is apparently what happened here yesterday. The question now is why. Investigators shut down the entire site and spent hours this morning examining the wreckage and interviewing workers and their
Breaking news now off Staten Island, where a barge is leaking heating oil in the Arthur Kill body of water. The Coast Guard and other agencies are now on the scene. The barge was taking on a cargo of oil when the leak was discovered. It's not clear right now how large the leak is and how much may have spilled. We'll have more on this story tonight on Eyewitness News at 5. One person is dead, another injured following a double shooting outside an apartment complex in Yonkers. Eyewitness News reporter Jamie Roth is in Yonkers right now with the latest. Jamie.
Lisa, police are still guarding the scene. As you can see, they were here all morning investigating and gathering evidence, trying to figure out what exactly led to this double shooting. Neighbors tell us they've been complaining about this very housing complex where the shooting happened for years.
I heard the 4-5 shots. I opened the window, I saw the commotion out there.
The big matchup in Michigan coming up on Eyewitness News at noon. It is primary day for the Republican presidential candidates, and for some, it may be their last chance to jumpstart their campaigns.
Also ahead, the steroid scandal makes its way to Capitol Hill. Eyewitness News at noon. It's coming right back.
Is cheating, isn't it?
Tonight at 5, students cram to ace standardized tests, but are they really learning anything? Eyewitness News tells parents the big questions you need to ask. Plus, underestimating the pain of sickle cell. Hear what patients are saying that even surprise their doctors. Join Diana Williams, Shade Better-Inwan, Lee Goldberg, the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Tonight at 5, right here on EBC7.
Want more Jeopardy? Then you want Jeopardy Extended Play with an extra clue from each category on today's show and new clues every day. It's a whole new way to get into the game. Jeopardy EXP. Play it every day at 7online.com.
Gail traveled 2,000 miles to meet this man who makes this. Next, Oprah. Today at 4, right here on ABC7.
Today is primary day in Michigan, and it's a key race for Republican candidates. It's also a tight three-way race between Michigan native son Mitt Romney, the comeback kid John McCain, and surprise Iowa caucus winner
Clinton responded
Mike
in a statement saying, quote, "When it comes to our heroes, President John F. Kennedy and Dr. King, Senator Obama and I are on the same side." Be sure to stay with Eyewitness News and ABC News for continuing coverage of the presidential race. You can also find the latest information on our website, 7online.com.
In business news, more bad news from the nation's largest bank, and it's causing a down day on Wall Street. Business Week's Joya Das live the NASDAQ. Joya.
Lisa, as you can see behind me, the Dow right now is down 197 points. It's been down over 214 points over the course of the day as investors digest some of the bad news flow from Citigroup. The nation's largest bank saw almost $10 billion worth of red ink in the fourth quarter. It's cutting another 4,000 jobs and slashing its dividend payout to shareholders. The only silver lining in this story is that it's clinched about $12 billion in capital, some from sources in the Middle East, such as Saudi Prince Al-Walid bin Talal.
Coming up next, Bill Evans has your AccuWeather forecast.
Something for everybody.
Oh, good.
Yes, breaks of sunshine, some clouds, if you're into clouds, some flurries, if you're into that, maybe even a sprinkle. We'll tell you all about it in your AccuWeather forecast coming up in just a moment.
You're watching Channel 7 Eyewitness News. Nobody asks tougher questions, digs deeper, and uncovers more of the real story. Nobody covers your news like Eyewitness News. Nobody.
Closed captioning provided by your Toyota dealers.
I had my first heart attack when I was 28 years old. I had another heart attack at 29. My first stroke was when I was 30. At the time, I had 7 blood clots, and my foot just stopped getting blood. Turned all kinds of color. And as much as I tried to ignore the smell, it wouldn't go away. Every bit of this is from smoking. And this part is where I had my first cigarette exactly 40 years ago.
Hello.
Have I got a story for you?
Okay. What's that?
Favorite story of the day. Watch closely. If you have little ones at home, push their little faces closer to the telephone. This is great because moose, they're very cool. Now watch this. This is a moose. He wound up in this frozen mess of trouble in Washington State. And where else would a moose get caught in ice? Lake Loon. Of course. His head sticking out of the lake, as you see. He's trapped by the ice. But, you know, watch the moose. He just is like, I can handle it, okay? Chill. I'll get it. Don't touch me with the paddle. I'll handle it myself. He gets out. They use chainsaws to break the ice. The moose, he gets up. He walks out. Look at him. He's like, hey, I told you all along I could get out.
I'm cool.
Hey,
I'm cool.
I'm good.
Look at these antlers.
No problem.
Let's go get a cheeseburger. All right, here's what's happening for the weather. We'll look at some little time-lapse photography, and you'll see that we've got clouds rolling across from west to east across the area. There's a big upper-level low, big upper-level trough, as we call it, a big area of instability. Into the area. That's been by this wave of low pressure coming by. Winds are out of the northwest, going to be a little chilly. We're going to be watching a coastal low that is developing and coming up from Thursday night into Friday. Now, it looks like it should hug the coast. That'll put us in the warm sector of this system in which everything coming up this Gulf moisture is going to be quite warm. For the afternoon, snow and rain showers and mostly an all-liquid event for us on Friday morning. So here's your AccuWeather forecast. Cloudy tonight, a couple of flurries, maybe even a sprinkle of rain, and then sunshine and patchy clouds tomorrow. More sun tomorrow than clouds, which is great. And then as we look at the AccuWeather 5-day forecast, well, there's rain for Friday morning's commute, and then it gets windy, and the temperature really begins to drop. Arctic, the A word, the Arctic air comes in. That's the cold, densest air mass. 36 on Saturday, and we're probably around 24 for the high on Sunday.
We'll be right back.
Stay with ABC-7 this afternoon, starting with Millionaire. Then All My Children, One Life to Live, General Hospital, Oprah, and then at 5, Eyewitness News. All right here on ABC-7. Today's preview is sponsored by Kraft Singles.
Welcome back. Time now for a check of some of the stories we are working on for Eyewitness News at 5.
For that, we go to Diana Williams in the newsroom. Hi, Diana.
Hello, Lisa, and hello, Ken. We are continuing to follow that big break in the disappearance of John Jay's student, Stepha Henry. You may remember she was the student who was last seen down in South Florida. We're going to have more on how police made an arrest in this case. Also, new details on why Gwyneth Paltrow checked into a local hospital. And the disease that's even more painful than first realized. It affects a large number of African Americans. 7's on call with the details. We've got those stories and much more coming up tonight at 5 o'clock after an all-new Oprah. So you'll want to check that out, too. And hopefully we'll know why Gwyneth Paltrow's in the hospital. We don't know right now, but we're working on it. We'll find out.
Right. That certainly piqued our interest as well.
Everybody's.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Diana.
That will do it for this edition of Eyewitness News. I'm Lisa Calagrassi.
And I'm Ken Rosado. For Lisa, Bill, and the entire Eyewitness News team, we thank you for joining us. Eyewitness News returns at 5 o'clock. Now stay tuned for the New York State Lottery. Bye-bye.